My house, my rules, my pleasure. My house, my rules, my pleasure. Hello to all my heroes out there. It is Ashley Sparks. I'm coming to you live from Makeup Royalty Bar. This is actually a location that is conjoined to my boutique called Hairhero Boutique. We're located at 12955 South Freeway, and that's Houston, Texas, 77047. So today I decided to take time out to give back to all my followers and people that have been supporting my movement since day one. I reached out a couple of days ago and asked everybody to make comments and emails or text messages about questions that they had about my movement, things that had to do with hair, and I just wanted to keep it honest and real with you guys. So today I'm here and I'll be making videos once a week because there is a lot of questions and I want to make sure I reach out to everybody because I really do appreciate you taking the time to even ask. Alright, so I also brought a couple of goodies too to tell you about stuff that I use that I love so much that I really just cannot live without. So I'm going to start with the questions first. The first question, and I really love this question because I do get it a lot. Some people, they ask me, but they really don't just go straight forward, and this question really stuck out to me. It says, how did you start in the beginning building your clientele? So, anybody that knows the story about me, I am currently 24 years old, and I've been into hair literally since 12 years old. My mom is a hairstylist of 30 years, and it kind of fell up on me. So, me growing up in the hair salon, sweeping up hair and washing towels and folding towels, the whole atmosphere of having a hair salon was just home to me. It was something that I was really used to, and I love the smell of hairspray, which is so funny. And I was just so used to it, so I was like, wow, I want to become a hairstylist because I think this is like the funnest place in the world. So, at the age of 15 years old, I was living in Alvin, Texas, and I attended Harvey Junior High. And come to find out, I was the only black girl in the whole entire school, which was really funny. And I was just like, wow, well, since I am the only black girl, I might as well do something because everybody was hanging out with me and I wanted to be known for something. And I started twisting hair. Like, you'll never believe this. I started twisting hair, like right in the front. People used to wear like just the crown part, and I did a couple of girls for free like the first 2 days or so, and word started spreading around like, hey, there's this girl, she can do hair, she's really fast. So after that came back to me, and I heard it, the word was around school that I could do hair, I was like, wow, I have to learn how to braid. So I begged my mom to teach me how to braid. I learned how to braid in a day. And I took what I learned from my mother, took it to school, and I started charging girls $5 for straight braids or twists, and then for designs it was $7. So as I picked up clientele, it was just from $5 to $10. Oh my goodness. You guys, I had my mom drop me off an hour early before school started so I could take up to 10 girls before school actually started. Got so close with the teachers that they told me after I finished my work and everybody was complete with their work, the last 30 minutes that we had to pack up and get ready to go to our next period, this is in 7th grade, so we're switching classes, the last 30 minutes of class that I could do hair. So I was just like, I'm gonna run with this. Like, I was making enough money to pay my whole school year of like any food that I wanted, any treats that I wanted, any tickets to games that I wanted to go to. I never had to ask my mom for money my whole 7th grade year, and ever since 7th grade I had the ambition and the intention to grab people to come to me because I had a blessing and I was just like, I could do hair. So that was the first part of starting clientele, because I figured out I gotta get good at something and have a talent, so why not do hair? So after that happened, I ended up kept doing hair through school, and I ended up moving to Missouri City, attending Hightower High School, and I was able to be placed into a program at the Technical Education Center in Stafford. And for that 2 years, my 11th grade and my 12th grade year, I was grabbing clientele because I always kept my hair done and I was able to do others' hair. So in order to get clientele, you have to perfect your craft. Wear your hair. Like, if you can do hair, make sure your hair is always done. Like, that's the first thing that people are going to look at. They're going to be like, well, how can you do my hair if your hair looks like that? If you're a makeup artist, always have your makeup on. Make sure your makeup is freshly retouched every time you step out. I mean, if you are a designer, make sure you're always looking sharp, looking edgy. People never trust what they cannot see, and I'm a person of proof. So as for the question of how did I start off in the beginning building clientele, if you know something, get good at it and sell it. You can wear what you know how to do. So that's the first question. Okay, second question. It says, how do you take care of a sew-in? Okay. So for that question, what I do for my clients, and every hairstylist is not the same. That's the first thing you need to learn as a hairstylist or even as a customer. Whatever I do, the next person might not do. It's just a client is supposed to learn from their stylist if that's the person they're going to be going to. If you are a client that jumps around and you like to experience new things, try not to take what one stylist has taught you and try to sell it to another stylist, because that's not how the business works. The nature of the business is you sell what you know, and that's just how it goes. Now, as for the question of how do you take care of a sew-in, for my particular clients, they're all different. Everybody has different hair, and how you take care of the sew-in is according to what type of hair the person has. They can have dry and itchy scalp. They can have hair that becomes too oily. They could have natural virgin hair that is really curly, but they want to wear their hair straight. Then they could have maybe a sew-in that may have color on the actual extension. So really, how I tell people to take care in like a standard sew-in is to make sure that you have good product, which is going to be a serum to put on top of the hair to make sure that the natural hair blends, because you need some type of, not oil, but a serum, which is a thicker oil. And you want to try to keep the heat out of your hair if you can. Use a flat iron once a week. Try not every day, because it burns the hair out, and then the hair that you do leave out ends up breaking off really bad, which as a stylist, it hurts our heart to see your hair breaking off because you want to keep flat ironing and we tell you not to do it. And another thing is, when you do have a sew-in, if your sew-in is done correctly, then you can wash your hair. You can wash your hair. Let's see, I tell my clients to do not keep a sew-in in past 2.5 months to 3 months, depending on the type of hair you have, just because you don't want dreads to grow under your sew-in, because you have braids under here, And as for that part, the technical part, before you go to sleep, you want to tie your hair up. No, we don't want to have you looking like Ain't Your Mama if you're married, because I know it's not attractive to your husband. But at nighttime, you have to tie your hair up just to keep the body in the hair, the shine in the hair, or invest in a silk pillowcase, because I do have clients that complain, oh, my husband's not going to like me with this bonnet on and things of that sort. So invest in a silk pillowcase. You can find those at Macy's, Marshalls, depending on what state you're in. I'm sure you all have Walmart that carry them, and they're like a little over $8. But invest in something that's not going to suck the oil out of your hair, which is cotton pillowcases. I mean, don't think you're about to lay down and your hair is going to be like top of the line shiny. No, the cotton in the pillowcase will suck the oil out of the hair. So that's why I tell people, wrap your hair up. That's how I tell you to take care of your hair. Alright, so next question is, what advice do you have on expanding your business? Okay, so this kind of goes back to the first part for building clientele. The advice I would have to say for expanding your business is take classes. You cannot sell something to somebody that you don't know about. If you don't know about sewing, find a local stylist in your city or in your, in your state. Go to their classes. If they're good, find out techniques. You have to invest money into yourself in order to get anywhere. I did not get here by night just because I wanted to go do something and like, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire tomorrow. It doesn't work like that. You have to take time and invest money into yourself. So if the class costs money, that money is investing into your future. So in order to expand, you have to have knowledge of product, you have to have knowledge of techniques, and you have to have knowledge of how to handle clients to help you expand. Your clientele is literally your artwork. That is your canvas. You mold it, you create it, and you send it out into the world. And that world tells you, we like your stuff, so we're going to come back to you. That's how you expand a business. You have to know the knowledge about it, period. So she was asking advice on expanding business, and she's actually in college. And literally, you have the upper hand over a lot of hairstylists at this moment. When you are, let's say, placed into a group which is going to be college students, you want to reach out to them. Majority of your college students are broke. They are. So run specials. I mean, figure out what the average number is and what the girls are paying, paying, and start running specials. If you are good at natural part sew-ins or side part, make a specialty of your work. Like, you want people to know when your client walks out there, they can say, oh, I know who did her hair. I know her work. Her work is gorgeous. Perfect your work. Those people are walking around representing you every day. When you're asleep, you're still getting represented. When it's done right, you're still being represented. So in order to expand, you want to get knowledge and you want to perfect your technique. Okay? Let's see. I have so many questions on this little thing. The next question was how to break away from ethnic hair. Okay, how to break away from ethnic hair. So, for instance, I do get this a lot, and race does play a major part in where you were born, how you were raised, and what type of hair you know how to do. All hair is not the same, and I'm going to preach this to everybody. You have coarse hair, you have fine hair, you have colored hair, you have virgin hair, you have curly hair, you have straight hair, you have wavy hair. It's so many different types of hair. Now, as for ethnic hair, there is different ranges also in ethnic hair. And she wants to know how can you break away from just doing ethnic hair, because most of the time when you see a certain stylist, you try to put a race on that stylist. You can't do that in this industry. If you are a good hairstylist, you go to classes and you learn about other types of hair. Now, when I started, I was really big on Hispanic hair, which is very coarse, wavy, curly, those types. So I had advanced pretty fast past the type of hair that I knew how to do, which was ethnic hair, which I already know because I am ethnic, of course, but I wanted to find out something different, something that I didn't know about. So what you want to do is you go to classes, you find out about those different textures of hair, and what you do is you go reach out to the people that have that type of hair and offer them a free service. You know, say, hey, can you come to the shop today to get a blowout or a flat iron or whatever it is that you know how to do correctly. You want to make sure you stay professional at all times. And if you're running a special for maybe curly hair, you go out there, you network, you pass out your business cards, make sure you have pictures of your work that are done maybe with a photographer. Try not to show people pictures on your cell phone. That is not professional, because you never know who you're going to come across. So you want to make sure you stay A1 at all times, and just take time and let them know, like, you know, this is what I'm going to do to your hair. We're going to do a before and after, and you get better at it every time, and eventually you'll become a master at what you were trying to achieve in the first place. So if you want to break out of a certain group that you're doing, like for instance, if you're just a natural hairstylist and you want to find out about chemically enhanced hair, start going to classes that talk about relaxers or talk about color, and you find those people with that on their hair, and you treat their hair. You know about natural hair, but figure out about chemically enhanced hair. I mean, there's so many different types. You don't ever want to be stuck and considered as one type of hairstylist and that's all you know. Be versatile, okay? Let's see. Okay, so my last question was, could you tell me about some of your favorite things as a stylist? So that's the stuff that I actually brought out today. I'm going to brief you guys over that. I have a favorite hairspray. As you know, I am an educator for Joico, and what I do is I travel to different hair shows, and I have classes about products that I use that are really good for like coloring and styling products. I love my company. Shout out to Joico. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't really know about these products, but I'm going to kind of hold it close. You can see it's called Joico Mist. Okay. And right here at the bottom, try to get that a little bit closer, there's a number right here. I thought this was so awesome. Great technology. It says number 6, which means this is a medium hold. From 0 to 10, that tells you what type of hold the product will give you. And as a good stylist, you're going to actually know what is in your products that you're using on people. You're not just buying products because of the shape of the can. You actually want to know what you're putting on clients' hair. Once you know the knowledge about the product, it's easier to sell. And I choose to use this finishing spray for photo shoots and for myself because I don't like when hair is extremely hard. Dealing with photo shoots, we have to use things that are going to allow us to create more than one style depending on whatever your photographer wants. If he needs 3 looks, you can't use a hairspray that is too hard because it's going to be hard for you to break the hair down to change the style of the hair, or you'll be damaging the client's hair. So that's Joy Mist. This can be found at your local Armstrong McCall for professionals, or if you are just a regular customer or just a consumer, you can find a stylist that can probably get their hands on this for you for a retail. And this probably runs about, at retail, maybe $15. About $15. It really depends on what area you're in. And if you need it, you can contact me also. I'll be able to get it to you guys. I have something else here, and it's called Smooth Cure. The resolution on the computer is kind of bad. I apologize. Smooth Cure by Joico. Okay? Now, this is pretty much an iron guard. I spray this on the hair before I actually touch the flat iron to the hair. It's really good. It has a nice gloss in it, so after the hair is properly flat ironed, there is a shine that is on it, and it smells magnificent. Let's go to the next thing. Now, for me, I carry these actually in my purse. This is a regular rat tail comb. Okay, you need this as a hairstylist. This is a very good comb. It's a heat protectant on there also. Like, you can use it close to the flat iron, it won't melt it, because I've had this comb for like 2 years. And as a hairstylist, we all know it's hard to keep up with combs. And also, this is a brush, and it has the hard bristles. And the reason why I have this, as you can see, I cut my hair back off again. And this is like similar to a fade. And so these bristles help me keep the hair nice and smooth, after the clippers are ran through it. Or if it grows out, it still helps keep like a soft, smooth look that is close to my scalp. So that's why I carry these 2. These are my 2 favorite things to have in my purse. And last but not least, I have a favorite fragrance, and they all know that I am a fragrance queen. I'm not going to lie about that. I have like over 60 bottles of perfume. And this right here is called Jimmy Choo Flash. It smells amazing. You can go to your local Macy's. Dillard's also has it at their perfume counter. And online, you can just type it in online to see who else sells it. This one actually came from Nordstrom. And it smells magnificent. Very cute bottle. And as you can see, it's like halfway gone because I sprayed a lot. But I love this smell. Like, shout out to Jimmy Choo. I have like literally all your perfume. And that's about it. That's all the stuff that I like. It was only a couple of things, but I'll show more things. Oh, let me show you this for the video ends. Good hairstylists always keep a planner. Like, I'm so big on organization, it's not funny. Yes, I do have a travel agent, and yes, I do have a person that keeps my appointments in line, but for the most part, I do all the footwork myself because I like to see exactly what I'm getting into and where I'm flying to. But take time out and you go to your local Walmart or Office Depot, and you actually need to get a planner. Like, people don't realize how important planners are, because there's been plenty of times before I had got a planner that I booked the appointment and completely forgot about it. I don't want to be that type of hairstylist ever again. So, because I care about my clients and I want to know what's going on with them, and I need to know events and things like that, take time and go get you a planner. It does not have to be this big. They make smaller ones. But make sure you write everything down. Your business is your baby, and you need to know about it. I know there's people out there with kids. You have to know about their doctor's appointments and things like that, or the last time they got their shots. This is important. Your business is your baby. And when you show that you really care about it, you go out and buy things like this. This planner goes with me everywhere. Every plane ride I've ever been on, every car trip I've ever took, this planner has been a major key to my success with my clients. So, I'm going to put this down. You can go check out my website at www.hairhero.org. You can also contact me through the email that's connected there. You can leave it in the little box that's on the last page for contact. I respond back to everybody. If it's not that same day, through that week, I will have time to respond to you. I will be creating another video on next week. So y'all send more questions. I really do appreciate you taking your time out to watch this video. I'll try to keep them to 20 minutes and below, but I want everybody to have a blessed day, and thank you for listening to my video. Bye.
My rules. My pleasure.